Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's weekly recap is for the week of January 13th, ter- 13th, 2025 through January the 17th, 2025. Nothing much happened, so this will be a short recap, everybody. Listen, we have Damian, and I put a video out. Nate got word from Denise, the investigator, private investigator, did some digging, and guess who owns the parent company that owns the company that Damian has been working at, which also owns all this real estate that he's been going from property to property, staying there for a few months at a time. The parent company of those companies is owned by Damian. I knew it. He made sure he's a silent owner, but the man has money. I could tell he had money just by his demeanor, right? So we shall see. Because my guess is Damien didn't inherit that money from a rich relative like Devon did. Damien is self made. So I think, wow, let's see what's going to happen. I see a match for Lily. I definitely see a match for Lily, and let's see how gold digger Audra's going to be. Is Audra going to make a play for Damien because he's got money? I don't know. How much into Nate do we really think Audra is? That's going to be interesting. Um, and another interesting point, like I said in the little short video I made, what kind of wealthy man doesn't even check on his mama, doesn't even spend any time, send mama a gift, nothing. Something is up with Amy's story. It's not holding true for me, especially when you didn't tell him I'm here. Don't tell Damien about me. What kind of mother does that? Something's up with that. But anyway, now let's move on to Victor swearing to his family up and down. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to get this Ian Ward. Nick still running around with his head cut off, right? Got to protect Sharon. Run into Ian's room, banging on the door, goes in and threatening him. Jordan is in the bathroom. See, what did I say about Newman security? They're supposed to have eyes on Jordan. They, not Jordan, Ian. They're supposed to have eyes on Ian. And Nick ran to Ian's room. If they had eyes on Ian, who would they see, everybody? Some crazy looking woman coming in and out of there with a wig on. They would be taking pictures of this crazy looking woman, showing it to Victor Newman, wouldn't you think? Mr. Ian Ward stays in that hotel room with somebody. So there wouldn't be a wonder and a guess. That's what they came up with Friday. Nick is saying, I think Ian Ward has someone working with him, right? And Chance got to the room and was inspecting the room and saw a glass with a woman's lipstick on it. Oh, so now they know it's a woman. They got footage of Sharon being abducted from the cameras that were on the street. So now they know for sure she was, chloroformed and shoved into the trunk of a car and driven her car and driven off. So they did get that far, but they feel that since they didn't find Sharon's body, that she wasn't in the car when it went in. Ian is beginning to think that that's exactly what happened. That Jordan did not kill Sharon like he ordered her to. And Jordan was like, because, Ian just, oh, he's out trying to make inroads. Even though Abby told him, don't come back to her restaurant, guess who he coming to see? Tessa. Mm-mm. And Tessa should be the one person I wouldn't have anything to do with him. Because, see, I didn't have asthma till you came around. Now, we may not be able to put our finger on it, but I believe my wife when she says she feels you had something to do with it. But no, Tessa's sitting there. I'm okay. Again, thank you for saving my life. Oh my goodness. I just shake my head. Okay, so now not Mariah, Claire heard Esther give Jordan her tea order, which alerted her, right? Well, Jordan, who can't seem to stay away from Crimson Lights as if it's the only coffee place in town, she has to go back there again. And remember, I said, why isn't it nobody else? It's going in and out of there like they always do. Everybody goes in and out of there. But Jordan seemed to be the most frequent player there now. So, anyway, Jordan's at the counter. Claire comes walking in the back way, right? And she looks at that wig and the way the woman's build was, and she goes, Jordan? And Jordan kind of stiffens up. And she does not turn around. She eases her way right out the front door. Claire goes after her, right? Claire follows her to the park. And she goes, Jordan. And Jordan turns around and she goes, hello, kitten, right? And so Claire is just like, oh my God, the nightmare is not over. What am I going to do? So Claire snaps into con woman mode. She snaps into everything what Jordan taught her growing up. She told Jordan everything she wanted to hear, from how unhappy she is there. She feels like she doesn't belong, and the Newmans treat her like she doesn't belong. And they're so pompous and they're so the she went on and on and on. And Jordan was questioning her like, no, this is too easy. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But Claire kept talking enough. She kept on talking, and she could see she was wearing Jordan down. And Jordan says, how can I believe you? You're just saying these things. And she goes, are the police here? She says, I didn't call anybody as I was following you because I missed you. Oh, that's all she had to say, Jordan. Because, she been dreaming in jail. Claire's going to miss me. She going to miss me. And she goes, yeah, but the last words you said to me, blah, 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 and you didn't write me. And Jordan says, and you know what? I regret those words. I regret them because you were right. Had the woman wrapped around her fingers. So much so that, of course, Jordan just let Claire leave. Next thing we know, Claire's coming into Nikki's house. Victoria's there. None of them work. Nobody work. I don't get it. So anyway, she tells them about Jordan, and Nikki's like, "Oh my God, I gotta call. You did call the police." She goes, "No, I followed her and I talked to her." And they're like, "Why didn't you? That was dangerous. Why didn't you call the police?" She said, "Because I had to make sure it was her, and I wanted to see if I could get what her intentions were. Get a feel on her." And she told them exactly the things she told Jordan, and they're like, she goes, I lied to her. I knew if I told her everything she wanted to hear, that was the best chance for me to get her to trust me. And they're like, why would you want her to? The police could have handled it. Claire says, look, there is not a jail, obviously, around that can hold Jordan. And Aunt Jordan is going to kill again. She's going to kill again. And I can't let that happen because it will probably be someone I love. And I can't stand that. I cannot be responsible for the death of any of you. I love you all too much. So she goes, I've decided I have to take care of Aunt Jordan on my own. And they're like, what do you mean, take care of Aunt Jordan? She goes, the only way that Aunt Jordan can be stopped is if she's dead. And Nikki and Victoria looked at her and she goes, you know, Nikki, when she took that poison, you should have let her die. We should have never intervened. And Nikki's like, yeah, but you know, I at the time I didn't know whatever, whatever. She goes, no, but now we know. Now we know the havoc that she's going to cause. And she says, so we have to end it. She goes, and I want you both to help me. I need to lure her so we could finish her. And it's kind of like, oh my God, girl, who I got living up under my roof planning a murder. But I could understand the need to really make sure Jordan is gone. But what they don't get, villains like that, villains like Ian, villains like Jordan, but just your typical villains. Yeah, they may go to jail. Yeah, they may get out of jail. But how much can they really do if they're blinded and their tongues are cut out? Look, they're still alive, but they can't see to cause trouble and they can't talk to recruit, right? How much trouble would Jordan be? Now, send her off to jail after that's done. After you've maimed her permanently, both eyes, right? Cut that tongue off. My God. I watch too many sci-fi shows, y'all. But anyway, that would silence and stop her. Because she wouldn't be able to see to escape. She wouldn't be able to do anything. Ian either. You do that to both of them. And say they did it to each other. Don't say you did it. So anyway, we shall see. I already know that plan is going to fumble because realistically, Jordan walked out on Ian and he told her, how could you do that after everything I've done for you? If you walk out that door, there's no coming back. She's like, I don't need to come back because you haven't done anything for me, right? My dog up under my desk falling all over the place. Oliver. Um, so anyway, we'll see what's going to happen. Let's face it, it's going to wind up into February sweeps. That's exactly where they're going to wind it up to. So they're going to drag it out. Now we have, I'm so sick of Billy. Billy approaching heavy. Now he's back to Phyllis sitting down and they have Daniel sitting there. And Phyllis is telling Daniel, you're going to have a place in the company once we get it back. And Daniel's like, how are you going to get back a company that wasn't yours? And you're going to get it from Victor Newman with endless resources. And Daniel's like, I have faith in your mother. Once your mother sets her mind to it, she can accomplish anything. And Phyllis says, thank you. And he goes, see, the problem is, what do you want her to accomplish, Billy? See, what do you want her to do that could get her into trouble? No, we're good. I have a plan. And Phyllis looks like, you got a plan? I didn't hear about a plan, right? And so Daniel says, oh, so you have a plan, huh? What's the plan? What's the plan to get the company from Victor Newman? And Billy says, I won't let out trade secrets. You're not on a inside need to know basis. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if you in or out. You seem to be pretty skeptical to me, right? So Daniel's like, you know what, Mom, I hope you're hearing this, right? I hope. He goes, because Billy has no plan. None. Please don't go down this road. I was hoping that you and I could start something together. And so Billy says, "Oh, really? You and your mother? Okay, I can see where that might be appealing. But start what together, Daniel?" And Daniel said, she and I haven't discussed what we might want to do, but it does not have to be in gaming." And he's looking at Phyllis. He goes, "Mom, we could put our heads together and come up with something that's me and yours. It's ours." And Phyllis was kind of looking like, that would be nice, right? And he goes, "But as far as me getting into any schemes, oh, you can count me out." And he says, "Mom, and I hope you don't just get tangled into this, right?" So Daniel gets up and leaves, and Phyllis says, and Billy's like, "Look, Phyllis, I could see it in your eyes when he was talking about a company, just you and him. I could tell you want to do that." And Phyllis is like, "I would love, I'm not going to lie to you, I would love to do something with my son. That's why I'm trying to get him involved with Chancellor once we take it back. I would love to work with my son," right? And Billy says, "I don't know if I want Daniel on the team." And Phyllis says, "Look, once we get the company, I can handle Daniel." Okay. She goes, "But you mentioned you got a plan. What's this plan of yours, Billy? Because I'm your partner, gonna help you, ready to help you. And I haven't heard of a plan." And he goes, "Plan is simple. Hit Victor Newman where it hurts. We're gonna go after Adam Newman and we're gonna dismantle his life." And Phyllis looked across the table at him and she says, "Wait a minute. So your plan to get Abbott Chancellor back is to destroy Adam Newman?" And what Phyllis is thinking is, Adam doesn't own Chancellor. Victor does. How would destroying Adam get his father to give up a company? Because, see, if anything, it'd make Victor madder. If anything, okay, heck, Adam and Victor on again, off again all the time. Well, so, right? And Billy is unemployed. There's not too much of anything Billy Abbott could do to Adam Newman. Adam has the mouth of the media. It's Phyllis just says, Billy, this is just a simple revenge plan against Adam. She says, and it won't get you Abbott Chancellor back. I'm hoping you had some, you've got something better than this. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going down a road. That's a dangerous road for you, Billy. See, Phyllis is like, oh, is that it? Oh, thank God you didn't tell my son. Because he'd really be looking at you out the side of his neck, your neck, and my neck. Come on now. So he's just looking like, nobody, I'm sick of people telling me that. She goes, other people, see, I'm not the only one telling you this. Because Chelsea told him the same thing. The, for them to make Billy this much not having a clue, Billy hasn't matured ever because he always does that. This much of not having a clue and fails every time. The man is not broke. Start your own company. Have an original idea for once. Jill gave him a handsome severance package. Use it. Unbelievable. So Adam's going to move into Victor and Nikki's old new house. New house, now it's an old house. Um, Connor, of course, going to have his room, and Connor expressed his concern. He wants both his parents to live there. Chelsea was making it clear that if she considered it, she would consider it, but she was telling Adam, there is absolutely nothing romantic that's going to be going on. This is about co parenting Connor. So she actually told Billy because she did not want him to hear it from anyone else. And he goes, well, and if since you're telling me, what the proposal is, then that means you're accepting it because you wouldn't be telling me if you were going to say no. And she says, I am going to accept it. And he goes, it makes sense. I could see where you would want to, or why you would want to accept it for Connor, because it does make sense. You would have access, you'd be right there and have access to your son. And Connor's made leaps and bounds. So I could see why that's a viable plan. She's like, but Chelsea, Adam is involved. And from the minute you set foot in that house, he's going to be manipulating you. Oh, he's trying to bash Adam, bash Adam. And Chelsea says, no, I've already set the record straight. This is not a we're getting back together move. This is a we're both going to be here and close to our son. This is a big house, big property. She's like, I'm going to have my own space and I'm going to be there for Connor. So then, Billy just, well, okay, I'm happy you told me. And then he ended up telling about his revenge plan, but he didn't say to get Adam. He just says, and she goes, Adam, please don't put your energy going down that road. You've been there before trying to get the best of Victor Newman. He wouldn't listen to her. Didn't listen to her at all. Of course he wasn't going to listen to her. Now, Adam told Sally, and Sally said, it's a good move. For one, you and Chelsea belong together. I could see that. She goes, the only people that haven't seen it are you two, probably. Adam has never said, look, I asked Chelsea to get back with me. Never told Sally that, right? Because Adam loves to burn two candles against the end, right? Burn that to the middle. But Sally said, you know what? I wish you all the best. And I'm really happy that, you're a good father and you're good parents. Both of you are putting the needs of your son first. And I respect that. So anyway, that was that. Let me see what else. Oh, Sharon. Sharon, the LSD is really starting to kick in, making her delirious, want to pass out. But she was able to finally get that little bar with her feet close enough, and she's banging away at the chains. And then at the end of Friday's episode, she got free. But by the time she could stand up, now she's just seeing blurred vision. And I'm thinking, watch, Jordan's going to come in. And she actually passes out. She's having blurry vision, don't know what's going on, and passes out. And my whole thing is, when they hold people captive like that, chained up or for days, how Victor had Jordan in his wine cellar in that little cell that he makeshift cell, and he's throwing vodka in there and Brussels sprouts that want to make her hurl, possibly some water sparingly. Where was Jordan supposed to go to the bathroom? And I said that during one of my recaps. There was no toilet in there. What else the woman supposed to use the bathroom? Same with Sharon. Sharon has been chained up for days now. Where was she supposed to use the bathroom? They never address those kinds of issues on soaps because, yay, that outfit of hers is the bathroom, unfortunately, you know. But anyway, so now she's knocked out on the floor, passed out. Hopefully, it's what the LSD used to do to her before. She passes out, but then she comes to, not understanding what's happened. Well, what's happened is you got yourself free, but now you've come to. So hopefully she gets herself out of there and crawls back home, gets home somehow, right? Um, because it would just be a useless shame if Jordan came back in only to chain her back up. I mean, that would have been just a whole wasted effort, and why waste our time? So anyway, everybody, that is it for the Young and the Restless. I got us up to speed. There, like I said, not too much happened. They're gonna drag the story line along until February sweeps, where Jordan and Ian will be dealt with. I honestly believe Jordan is gonna be killed. Claire or the ladies may think they did it, but in essence, I really honestly believe Ian is going to be the one to kill Jordan. Ian is going to kill Jordan, and that will eventually be found out, and he will go back to prison. But the ladies might think they did it, or he may make it look like they did it. They may know they didn't kill her, but she'll end up dead, and Ian will have evidence framing Claire, may even throw Mariah in the mix. That's Ian for you. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Jen says, Happy New Year 2025. Happy New Year, Jen. DB says, Hi, Daily Recap. Lady, I hope you're well. Came to support the channel. See you back at GH. Rest in peace, Leslie. Yes, rest in peace, Leslie Carlson. She played Monica Quartermain on General Hospital. She passed away on the 12th. Brooklyn says, Daily Recap Lady, praying for quick recovery and thank you for always making an effort knowing you're not feeling well. I am feeling well, actually back to 100%. And so, I'm sure you could tell in my voice, I'm feeling good. I had a live stream on Saturday, a GH live stream. That was a lot of fun. Brooklyn says, it was it was the most ridiculous storyline the writers gave Sharon. Yes, it is. It needs to be done with. Instead of when she received Cameron's company, it would have been more interesting having become a powerful businesswoman. They should have gone down that road. I don't know why they didn't. I liked how she made on, what was that? Whatever that celebration was, where when she announced Cassidy first, when she had changed the name, she was really making a good start at becoming a very good. I was proud of Sharon. And then look at what they did. Brooklyn says it's not water under the bridge when Victor has proof of Kyle's deception. Yes, he does. Supposedly, Damian owns a couple of companies. Yes, he does. We found that out. Brooklyn says maybe Jordan unalives Ian to set up the Newmans because he says that if anything happens to him, he told the police it would be the Newmans. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Well, look, like I said, he's going to set up Victoria, Nikki, and Claire. I am says I stopped watching. Chris Prestara says to I am me too. Claire says I have not watched GH in a month. Uh, I come here to catch up. I'm not I'm just not feeling the storylines. Yeah, that's GH, but we're talking Young and the Restless, Claire, and I'm actually liking GH's storylines, but the Young and the Restless is just it takes a lot out of me just to do the once a week reviews because the show moves so slow. I don't watch it daily. I let a few episodes build up of The Young and the Restless, and then I fast forward, stop to see where they're okay, fast forward. I just can't. We spend all the whole episode is max maybe three conversations that they go back into this one, now to this one, and then we might hear the third, but then we're going to come back. These people are still talking. Then they go to the middle. I can't stand it. It just doesn't move and move me at all. But I still watch it whenever. So I'm going to come and do the recaps. Then Lynn says, hi. Lynn, you know what? I think the 2025 New Year's resolution, read a comment, Lynn. You've been saying just hi for what, 8 months now? I want to hear how you feel about The Young and the Restless, Lynn. We want to hear your opinion, okay? Joan says, love Nikki's hair and outfit. I love Nikki's hair too. That woman is just doing the darn thing, right? Looking good, looking really good. Actually, dressing better than Claire in some instances. Joan says, I agree. They have Tessa being real stupid and naive. I can't believe she thanked him after what Mariah told her. I know, I don't get it. And then Krista to Joan, 100% agree. I don't get it. Tessa knows what she had to go through to get her sister pulled out of that human trafficking ring. What would make her this naive? Denzel says Tessa is really pissing me off by going and believing the Ian crap. Uh, self, how he's changed. Wait, how he's a changed person. Blah blah blah. Uh, they might have well as let creepy Ian be his cult daughter at one point. You mean have made Tressa be his cult daughter at one point? I don't know. Uh Krista says, thank you so much for all you do. It's so sad about Leslie Carlson. Yeah, it was. Monica on General Hospital. All right, that is the Comic Corner for the Young and the Restless. I will be back next week at some point for a full recap, weekly recap of the Young and the Restless. So I will see you then.